Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Heatherroseup. I am Heather. In this video, I will be doing my typical weekly update, but before I get started on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can continue to follow along on my weight loss journey. If you'd like to see how I did this week, keep watching. Okay, so typically at this point of my videos, I usually start off my video with Monday and then continue to vlog or update each day as if it were my journal. But I have an increase in subscribers, so I thought it would be a good idea to sit down and kind of introduce myself a little bit. Even for those who are subscribers, you may not know a couple of things about me, so I kind of want to just introduce myself again. My name is Heather, and this channel is to document my weight loss journey with WW. I joined WW in February of 2019, and I have been documenting this journey since March of 2019 through my YouTube channel. I do have a couple of videos that I put links to in every single one of my vlogs that explain my journey more in depth, and those will be in the description box below. My weight loss journey is a long and complicated one that starts well before this chapter of WW, where I went from 304 pounds down to my lowest weight at 159 pounds to where I'm at now. So lots of information on my journey. So if you are interested to know more about my journey, make sure you go check those videos out. Like I said, I use this channel as my journaling. I post weekly updates every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and these updates usually consist of a daily clip where I pretty much discuss how the day prior went. So again, if you're new here, welcome. I truly appreciate you joining in on my journey. I have gotten a lot of inspiration from those who do watch my videos, who have messaged me. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. It has absolutely helped me in this journey. Okay, so this is a weekly update, so I will go back to how things went in the beginning of the week. Typically, like I said, I do vlog every day. This week, I didn't. This week, I started on Wednesday, but it was a busy weekend. So anyway, let's go back to how things went in the beginning of this week. Happy Wednesday. Yes, I look like this. For those of you who don't know, I live in Connecticut and it is currently 85 degrees outside. And I know for you Southerners who are watching this, it doesn't seem like, that would be that hot, or wherever you are if it's hotter. It's hot for Connecticut, especially when most homes up here don't have central air. Fun fact. Newer homes, yes. But we have window units, and we have not put any window units in the house yet because, 2 weeks ago it was literally snowing. I am currently making dinner, as you saw, which was inspired by Angie from Smack Vision in the collab that I did a week ago. Although by the time you're seeing this was 2 weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll have it up over there. But it's Wednesday, and I haven't even updated yet. So things are going really well, even though I haven't updated. It wasn't because usually when I don't record during, each day, it's because I'm struggling. And I'm not struggling. I don't feel like I feel like I'm in a good place, and I'm not. I feel like I'm not struggling. This weekend was very busy. It was Memorial Day weekend. And my husband and I, my family and I are renovating a used pop-up from Pop-Up Camper it's a 99 camper, and that's one of our projects during this time. We go camping a lot. I mention a lot in our videos, or in my videos, that we go camping a lot. But, so we worked on that all weekend. So I was active in a way, just not in the ways that, and that's not a goal of mine. So like I mentioned in last week's video, my baby steps goal is to make sure that I don't go any further than -40 in my weeklies. And again, that might seem a little silly, but that's what I'm working with. Last week I went -50. This week we're taking that baby step and trying to not go any further than -40. I am currently on Wednesday, -7. Monday of last week I was already at -13. So I'm doing pretty good. I feel really good about it, and the best part is I'm still honest tracking. And I was just thinking about it, about how it's starting to feel like second nature again, which feels really good. So I feel like I'm doing well with my baby step. I feel like I'm still being active. And I'm proud of myself for continuing to track. I have not gotten out for my clarity time, and if you don't know what I mean, I've mentioned this in a few videos. I like to get up early before my kids do, with their distance learning, while my husband is getting ready to go to work, or if he's staying home, working from home. I like to get up with my coffee and go walk, not for exercise, because if I think it's exercise, I, for some reason, choose not to do it yet. But I have not, so I go out for my walk just to clear my mind, to set my pace for the day. I did not do that this weekend because there was no school and we had other projects to do. And I did not do that this morning. I set my alarm, but I was so tired, probably from the weekend, that I chose to just, I did still get up a little early to enjoy my mind, to clear my mind, but I would really like to be able to go out tomorrow for my clarity time. So let's see how that goes, and I will check back in tomorrow to let you know how the rest of today goes. So keep watching, and we'll see. Tomorrow is grocery shopping day, but I would still like to get that clarity time, and especially because it's grocery shopping day. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thursday. I'm out for my clarity time. It's sprinkling out, but it's nice. It's not hot like it was yesterday, and I'm enjoying this weather, even though it's like overcast and sprinkly. I don't know how to explain that. It feels good. So I'm out walking and clearing my mind. I got up a little later than I normally would have for my walk. My husband is working from home today, so that helps a little bit. Maybe I'm struggling with getting up in time for this. Maybe my mind's starting to think that this is exercise again. I'm not really sure. Okay, now the rain's starting to pick up a little bit, and I'm a little far from home. I'm enjoying it. Kind of. Anyway, I'm at negative 20 weekly points. And tomorrow is weigh-in, and they start over. So, I'm on track for my baby step goal, and I get new points tomorrow. So I should be able to do that. Yesterday was a bit of a snacky day, but I tracked it, honestly, and I'm continuing to do that. So, like I said yesterday, it's becoming more of second nature and not feeling like something I have to do anymore, which is good. So maybe I'll be able to make another new baby step goal for next week, but I will check back in tomorrow, maybe before my workshop, but at some point. Sorry, this is shaky. I can't find my tripod, and I don't have time to search for it because I want to be early for my workshop. But happy Friday. I weighed in and I'm ready to start my workshop, and I will do some reflecting after my workshop. And it is still currently Friday. I did change from my pink tank top that I was wearing earlier this morning, but it is still Friday. So as I mentioned in last week's update, and if you haven't seen that video, I will link it up here. Just click on the card and you will see how I did last week. But I have been currently working on baby step goals. And the reason I'm doing baby steps is because I tend to have the all or nothing mindset. And as I mentioned in a previous vlog, I came to the realization that during this time of quarantine and during this pandemic, I need to fix my expectations and work on baby steps in the right direction, because if I take big steps and I don't succeed, I've found that I'm setting myself up for failure. So the baby steps that I made for myself last week were to not go further than negative 40 in my weeklies. That may not sound like I'm following the plan, but that's how I'm currently needing to work the plan. So I'm happy to report that I ended yesterday, and my WW weeks end on Thursdays, and I have my workshops and weigh-in on Friday. I ended yesterday with still negative 20 weekly smart points. So I actually got a blue dot yesterday, and I beat my goal even more than I had originally planned. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't setting myself up for that. It just happened that way, and I tried to work the program. I didn't set my expectations high, and I succeeded and beat my goal and then some. So I weighed in this morning, and I weighed in at 192.6, which is exactly where I was at this point last week, which means I maintained this week. And last week I said if I had continued with my goal, that it was possible that I could have gained, but the goal was to get right with my mindset, and I did that. And that feels pretty awesome, considering, and if you've seen some of my weeks leading up to the past 2 weeks, I experienced some gains during this time. So this feels like I am slowly but surely getting back into my old good habits and back into following the program. I almost forgot to mention, this whole past week, I honest tracked again. So this is 2 weeks now of 100% honest tracking. Now, when I say honest tracking, and I've said this before, and I'm saying this just in case you're struggling, if you're struggling with getting the right measurements, or you're like, oh, well, I don't know how many points this is, just track it to do the best of your ability, and that's still honest tracking. It is honest to the best of your knowledge and ability. So yes, that's what I did this week. And to the best of my knowledge, I did measure, there wasn't anything where I was struggled with wondering how many points it was. So it was a good week with tracking. My goals for next week, and again, it's baby steps, but it's a few more added baby steps. The first one is to continue with honest tracking, but to not end the week with going further than negative 10 weekly smart points. I ended last week with negative 20, and I'm going to push myself a little bit. I feel ready to push myself a little bit, but to continue with the honest tracking first and foremost. The other goal that I had, which in the workshop today, it was discussed how to make a habit and to work on cues to do certain things that are healthy habits. My goal, which is kind of a baby step, is I'm keeping my 32-ounce water bottle in the kitchen. And my goal every time I walk into the kitchen is to take a couple of sips of water. That's it. It's a baby step. It is 12:30 and I'm already more than halfway done with my 32-ounce bottle of water. Of course, this is my first day trying this, but I'm hoping that the physical memory of walking into the kitchen, picking up my water bottle, taking a couple sips will help me become more hydrated. I'm noticing that in the mornings, your girl looks tired. And I know it's because I'm not hydrating enough and I'm not sleeping enough. We're going to put the sleep thing on the back burner now. Like I said, baby steps. So water is the first thing that I'm working on. The other thing is, and I really don't feel like this is unattainable, so that's why I'm kind of like, okay, let's see, can I push myself a little bit further? And I'm working with it. And it might become a challenge to see if I'm able to stay with the positive mindset through this. We'll see. Watch next week's video and you'll see how it goes. Anyway, on Instagram, I follow Nick, also known as Poppy Has Goals. Super, super, super inspirational person, let me tell you. If you don't follow him, go follow him. He's doing a blue dot challenge, and one of my good friends tagged me and said, Heather, let's do this. And I knew in my head, my first thought was, yeah, let's do this. And I'm like, Heather, hold up. What happens if you don't succeed? We know what happens when you do that. And I said, you know what? I can't do that yet. Eventually, I will get back into doing those kinds of challenges, but I'm not up for that yet. That's too big of a leap for me right now. However, I was looking back into my tracker for the past couple of weeks of honest tracking, and I noticed that both weeks I did get 3 blue dots. We're going to baby step into that blue dot challenge, and I'm going to shoot for 4 blue dots next week. Totally doable. So those are my goals for this week. no further than -10 into my weeklies. Drinking water every time I walk into the kitchen. Now, that one's not going to be perfect. I'm probably going to forget from time to time, but I'm going to try my best to remember that and to get that habit going. And to get 4 blue dots next week. I mentioned last week how I was in the Oprah's virtual studio audience in her Your Life in Focus vision tour, and I filled out the survey again, and I did not get an email saying that I was accepted to be a part of the audience, which is fine. I would love to be able to, for everybody to get a chance to experience what I experienced last week. I will absolutely be tuning in though. So if you received an email saying that you will be part of the studio audience, leave a comment below and I will look out for you. I really look forward to these workshops, especially since it's like the day after my normal virtual workshop. If you haven't tuned into these workshops that Oprah is doing, I highly recommend it. It is so motivational. And even if you don't follow WW, because I do know that there are some of my subscribers that don't follow WW, tune into this. It is full of, as Oprah would say, aha moments. So just take my word for it, give it a chance. It's either on WW's YouTube channel live or WW's Facebook page live. I also want to plant the seed about my channel. I am close to the 100 subscribers. My subscriber number is not hidden, it's down below. I'm currently at 804, but it definitely jumped a little bit in this past week, which is very exciting to me. It's been awesome to see my channel grow, and it would be nice to experience the fruits of my labor. I put a lot of work into the editing of my videos. It has become my creative outlet, and it really, truly helps hold myself accountable first and foremost. But as a thank you, and I did this when I reached 500 subscribers, I will be doing another giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers. And it, again, will tie into my Instagram followers as well. So if you are watching this and you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, share if you know anybody else who might find my channel helpful, and hopefully I will be able to do this giveaway soon. Another thing that I thought about doing is doing a YouTube Live. I thought it would be a lot of fun to do some kind of Q&A live and kind of interact with those who do watch my videos and get to know you a little bit more. I'm sure that there's questions that people have for me, and I would just love to just sit and chat. So stay tuned for that. I do thank you all for the support that I have received so far. It has helped me in far more ways than I had ever imagined. If you found this video helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below or shoot me an email. I have my email address in the description box as well. And I will see you guys in my next update. Bye.